So my name is Moisés Agosto-Rosario, and I am the Director of Treatment for NMAC. And I'm 55 years old, and I have been living with HIV for more than 30 years. So the first time I heard about HIV was in 1984, 83, 84. And, and even though in the news you heard at that time about some gay cancer, I wasn't, it wasn't registering too much. So in 1986, I decided that I wanted to get tested because I had 1 or 2 more years and I wanted to go to graduate school in the United States. And I was told that I was positive. And I was told, very direct, and I just didn't know what to think. And I was like kind of in shock. And he said, so you're positive. There is nothing we can do for you. I remember that. He said, stay healthy as much as you can, exercise, blah, blah, blah. And you could be around for 1 more year. And I was just like a kid, right? So I was in shock until I got home, that I just started to process, and then I started to cry, and I was terrified about who I was going to talk about it, because stigma was very, very prevalent in Puerto Rico at that time, and still is. The fear was very intense, and the denial at that point was intense too. So I moved to New York, and I knew that part of that experience had to do with finding health care. This is 1988. ACTOP started in 87. And when I stepped in, was a room, I get goosebumps every time. The room was full, and full of young people like me, and people that were angry, people that were not apologetic. And I was like, holy cow. And there I was. It was like, I always, and I repeat it every time people ask me, it was like a religious experience. It was like, I found my tribe. Seriously, it was my tribe. The Day of Desperation was a demonstration all over the city. We started in the morning, and we had the affinity groups and the Latinos. We took care of like Latino organizations, government officials. Every group had different, and we will meet in the afternoon, and we will block the Grand Central Station. And we taped all around the trains at the time of rush hour. We stopped the whole Grand Central Station. It was very powerful. People came from all over the country. People came from the ACTOPs in Europe. We had this big signs coming down of where they have the time of the trains, so that people could not see, and it would say like, every so minutes, so many people died of AIDS. I cried in that one because it was overwhelming. It was, people were screaming at us, I need to take my train, and we will just be like this, not letting people get to the rail. That was powerful to me because we stopped the city, we stopped Grand Central, and also during that time we were dealing, personally, you will be dealing with people dying from ACTOP. Your friends from ACTOP, my friends from PWAC, my friends in Puerto Rico, my other friends from Puerto Rico in New York. Then you had to, I was afraid to check my answering machine during that time in New York. If it was not like an ACTOP meeting that we had to plan something, it was about someone that died, service, or someone that needed help, or someone, that was new to New York and didn't know what to do. It was that emotional too, but you had to put that. I did repress that a little to just being able to keep going.